Hello again, boys and girls. This is John from Reading with John. Today's book is called You Are Special. And it's even more special than the name. This book was given to me to read to you from our Pastor Carl. He went through some of his books at home, him and his wife, Melissa, and they said they'd like me to read this book. And he said this is his favorite book. So I'm excited. And I hope you are too, to see what Pastor Carl's favorite book is. So, with that, here we go. The Wimmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli. His workshop sat on a hill overlooking their village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses, some had large eyes. Some were very tall, and others were short. It's kind of like us. Some wore hats, others wore coats, but all were made by the same carver and lived in the same village. And all day, every day, the Wimmicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Well, that's something different. Each Wemmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets, all over the city, people spent their day sticking stars or dots on one another. What kind of funny thing to do. The pretty ones, those with smooth wood and fine paint, always got stars. Oh, that's nice. But if the wood was rough or the paint was chipped, the Wimmicks gave them dots. Oh, that's not kind of nice, is it? The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high over their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still others knew big words. That's not me. I don't know big words. Or could sing pretty songs. Well, that's definitely not me. I definitely can't sing. Everyone gave those Wimmicks stars. That's nice. Some Wimmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. I bet it did. It made them want to do something else to get another star. Well, sure. Others though could do little things. Not much. Couldn't sing, dance. And they got dots. Aw. A dot must not be a good thing, I guess. We'll see. When Chetto was one of these, oh, poor guy, he tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around and give him more dots. Oh. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched. So the people would give him more dots. Oh man, that's the pits. Then when he would try to explain why he fell, he would say something silly. And the Wemmicks would give him more dots. That guy can't win for losing. After a while, he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside anymore. He was afraid he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water, and then people would give him another dot. He didn't like dots. In fact, he had so many gray dots that some people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. That really wasn't nice. He deserves lots of dots. The wooden people would agree with one another. Aw, he's not a good wooden person, they would say. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I guess if that's all you hear, you kind of got to believe him after a while. I'm not a good Wemmick, he would say. The few times he went outside, he hung around other Wemmicks who had a lot of gray dots also. He felt better around them. Well, we do that sometimes. We hang around people that we kind of got things in common with. One day he met a Wemmick who was unlike any Wemmick he had ever met. She had no dots and no stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. I wonder why not. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucinda for having no dots. They would run up and just give her a star, but it would just fall off. Well, I'll be darned. That's weird. Others would look down at her for having no stars. Oh, so they would give her a dot just for that. But it wouldn't stick either. That was probably a good thing, because she didn't do anything bad to get a dot. That's the way we want to be, thought Pundicello. I didn't want anyone's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli, he asked. Yes, Eli, the wood carver. I sit in the wood shop with him. Why? Why don't you find out for yourself? Go up the hill, he's there. And with that, the Wemmick girl, who had no stickers, turned and skipped away. Well, that'll give you something to think about with it. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear him. She already left. So Punchinello went home. He sat near a window and he watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and he decided to go see Eli. All right, now we're going to see what's what. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill. He stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tiptoes just to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. "I'm not staying here," and he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. "Punchinello." The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. "Punchinello, how good to see you. Come and let me have a look at you." Punchinello turned slowly and looked at the large bearded craftsman. "You know my name?" the little wemmick asked. "Of course I do. I made you." Eli stooped down and picked him up and sat him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at all the gray dots. "Looks like you've been given some bad marks." "I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard." "Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think." "You don't?" "No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give stars or dots? They're Wemmicks, just like you. And all that matters is what I think. And I think you're pretty special." Wow, that sounds like a really, really nice guy. Punchinello laughed. "Me? Special? Why, I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you?" Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly. "Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me." Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Would kind of scare you, wouldn't it? "Every day I've been hoping you'd come," Eli explained. "I came because I met someone who had no marks," said Punchinello. "I know. She told me about you." "Why don't the stickers stay on her?" The maker spoke softly. "Because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them." "What?" "The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust in my love, the less you care about their stickers." "I'm not sure I understand." Eli smiled. "You will, but it'll take some time. You have got a lot of marks. For now, just come to see me every day. And let me remind you how much I care about you." Eli lifted Pancho off the bench and set him on the ground. "Remember," Eli said as the Wemmick walked out the door, You are special to me because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. That sounds like some other guy I read about a lot here lately. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he said that, a dot fell off him to the ground. Wow, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm starting to think I know why Pastor Carl says this is his favorite book. I think Pastor Carl's figured out who maybe Eli really is. And if you haven't figured it out yet, maybe your mom and dad will tell you who they think he is. But I'll bet you guys are smart enough. You know who Eli's supposed to be in this book. So, with that, I'll see you next time. And goodbye now. I love you. Bye.
Wow, John, that was a really good story. Thank you so much for reading that for us today. I'm sure many of you can relate to Punchinello. I know I can. I have all kinds of times where people say things about me that don't feel so good. And I end up getting dots. Now, you may not always see the dots, but they're there. I'm sure that we don't see your dots all the time either. But the one thing we learned from Punchinello is that Eli was always there to help remove the dots and give us stars. My friends, each and every day we can go and see Eli. And when we do, the stickers fall off. Punchinello understood that his creator, Eli, loved him, even though oftentimes he was afraid. We don't have to be afraid of Eli. We don't have to be afraid of God. God wants to show us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, as the psalmist tells us. I hope that you enjoyed this story, and I hope that through your relationship with God, you will learn like Punchinello did, that you are special. I come to you from the steps at the worship center. I hope that we'll be gathering together again soon for more children's messages right here on these steps, because they're saved and waiting for you when we get back together. I love you very much, and know that you are special, and be looking for another story next week. God bless you. Have a great day.